told you that he's here. He's best known for starring in Line of Duty as Superintendent Ted Hastings, and he's stealing the show with his iconic catchphrases.
Yeah, but now Adrian Dunbar is back on our screens playing a different detective in his new drama, Ridley. Before we speak to the legend himself, let's have a little look.
How's retirement shaping up?
Still got so much to offer.
I'm giving you a night call to tell you how I feel.
He's just lost his wife and daughter, and here he can barely get out of bed.
Ambitious new DI with a point to prove.
Were you with Jessie when he killed her?
Just to be clear, will is DI Ridley back on the team?
Temporary consultancy basis.
I've discovered a body, Gene.
You think I haven't questioned my own mistakes? The lack of a conviction, our failure to find her.
He may be armed and dangerous.
You think that hasn't stopped me sleeping at night?
Let this go, Ridley.
Well, if mistakes were made, maybe this is our chance to put them right.
Oh, it's just the voice. It's just the voice.
Yeah,
Did it get you? It's like, oh, Sundays are back.
Sundays are back. Sunday night telly's back.
Yeah, this Sunday, 8 o'clock,
yeah.
ITV.
Yeah.
So, and a starring role, leading man.
Yeah,
I was reading that's the first time of you as a leading man.
Yeah.
That
It's
can't
lunacy.
be true. That can't be true.
Yeah, I know, it's a big responsibility, isn't it? You know, your name and the title and all the rest of it, you know. But we're pretty confident about it. We think it's looking really good.
Well, the plot, I mean, sounds great.
Yeah.
Give us a bit of a story about... It's Alex Ridley, isn't it?
Alex, yeah, well, you meet Alex at a very difficult time in his life, of course, because he's, you know, just over a year ago lost his wife and daughter in a terrible house fire that he feels slightly culpable for because he wasn't there at the time. And there's also something else that's happening with that spins out through the 4 episodes that we eventually kind of resolve in Ep 4. So that's an interesting...
Troubled.
Yes.
He's troubled.
He is troubled, and he's isolated and alone. And then an ex-colleague comes to see him to kind of tell him about a piece of evidence that's come up about a case.
So he's a retired detective,
He's retired, yeah. Well, they sort of retired him, you know, after what happened to him. You know, it was best that he kind of, you know, let him go, leave the force. And so this colleague comes to warn him, say, look, the piece of evidence has come up, that case that you worked on, it's going to come back again, but, you know, you're best staying away from it. And, of course, you know, someone like Alex Ridley thinks, right, OK, that's not what I'm going to do. So, at the same time, the police force proper are investigating the same murder, and his protégé, Carol Farman, who's played brilliantly by Bryony Blake.
Just seen, yeah.
Yeah. You know, she decides it might be a good idea for them to contact Ridley as well, to bring him in on a consultant basis. And apparently this is happening quite a bit in the police force. Ex-coppers are coming back into the force as consultants. And so he comes back in, you know, situations change. She's now his boss.
Bit of role reversal.
But he doesn't pay much attention to that.
Yeah, whatever, Cal.
It's the old school.
The old school, yeah. What's more important, I think, in the dynamic is the fact that it's kind of morphed into something else, because he's a bit of a loose cannon. Because now he's not in uniform. Doesn't have to follow procedure like she does. So there's a bit of tension there, and they're always kind of trying to keep their eye on him. But the storylines are really good. You know, it's different every week. Yeah. And one of the things I talked about, the producer's actually here today, Jonathan Fisher. And Jonathan and I, we did a piece called Blood that was on Channel 5, which did really well. And so when we were talking about this, I said, look, we're going to be in Lancashire, you know, it's going to be the winter, it's going to be cold, and, you know, we're going to be up in the Dales and everything. It might be nice if there was somewhere we could go. So the idea came to us that we might make, you know, that Ridley's big passion is jazz and music. I've always liked this idea of the singing detective, you know. Yeah.
But this is genuinely you. This is your input.
That's my input. And so we thought, let's have, you know, a jazz club. Maybe he sets a jazz club up with a friend of his, played by Julie Graham. And you know, and that's kind of his little place that he got. That's what he was going to do when he retired.
We see him off duty.
Yes.
Do you sing?
And I do sing, I do. And I really, we got really lucky because I was looking online and I didn't know who Richard Hawley was, you know, much to my shame, but I now really know who he is, and he's an absolute wonderful songwriter. And so I started listening to his songs, and myself and Jonathan both agreed really quickly that these are the songs we should do. So we do we recorded 3 of Richard's songs. Brilliant. And they kind of end up the...
like the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Have you sung on anything before that's been on TV or film?
No, I haven't done. But I have sung with bands and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
before, you know. Yeah.
So is that a big love? Is jazz your big love or just music generally?
Just music, you know.
Yeah.
Where would we be without music, you know?
Well, I have to say, we do see that a lot in your TikTok videos and things.
Oh, God.
With Vicky and Martin.
Oh, no,
we do love
Vicky
it.
and Martin.
Oh, that's Vicky. Well, you see, Vicky, what she would do is that she'd, you know...
I love it.
Oh, God,
Here we go.
Here we go. No, guys.
I mean, the hips on you,
you're a-
Adrian.
No, but
Adrian, you're a mover.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Well, you see, the thing about Vicky is she just comes in and says, look, sign this, do this, blah, blah. And it's always for charity and stuff. So she said to us one day, come on, you two, come on, me and Martin, get in here, just do this, just dance to this. We thought, well, it's obviously, you know.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, it had a
Adrian,
million hits or something, I don't know.
Honestly, we have to ask you about Line of Duty. I'm sure you'll just say you can't tell us anything. But I do know, Little Bird tells me, that you and Vicky
Weren't that
Martin...
cockatoo, was it?
No, it wasn't that one, but a Little Bird told me you and Vicky Martin are having a curry with the writer Jed Mercurio very, very soon.
Yeah.
Now, is this to discuss new scripts? Is this you to persuade him to write new scripts?
No, I mean, we're going to have a curry. And we're all just kind of really keen to get back together. We're all like to see each other again.
Are you sure you're going to have a curry?
Absolutely.
What curry?
Prawn dansak.
Right.
And
what's in a dansak, though?
Well, there you go.
Oh, he's lying.
He's lying.
He's lying.
So we don't know. We're all very keen to get back to Belfast, obviously. I mean, we had COVID, so we were all in bubbles and we couldn't really do anything, and the whole town was shut down. So there's a kind of, we really would like to get back to Belfast. We really would like to do something else, but we don't know if we are.
So
I mean, there's a big appetite for it.
You're all keen to do it. You would all
We're
do
all
it if they
keen.
said
I'm sure the BBC.
Do you know, has
everybody.
Jed written anything?
I've no idea. We've no idea.
Maybe he might slip something into your dance.
He might tell us something. Yeah,
you might go in there, think you're getting a prawn, but it's a new script.
Oh, hang on.
Hold a minute. What's this?
There's a character breakdown here.
I'd forgotten you filmed that in lockdown. That must have been really tough, actually.
It was tough. It was tough, but we stuck to the rules, and you know, we worked very hard at sticking to the rules, and so therefore we got through it without any, you know, without having to close down.
Do you know, Eamon, it's really hard watching Line of Duty with Eamon because he literally goes,
"Oh yeah,
you know where that is? I know where that is.
You know that lamppost? That's where I first kissed you, my love.
The Europa Hotel.
Do you remember? Under that parasol. Literally.
It's a lovely city, though, isn't it? And the people are great. And...
Oh, it's a great town. It's a great town. It's a buzzy town, and you know, we'd love to get back.
Yeah. So he hasn't really told us a thing.
No, he's having a dance.
He's having a dansak with Jed Mercurio. We will see. We will see. So what else? Because you've done Ridley's done in the can.
That's right.
And then you've got another series coming up, a drama coming up about Emily Bronte.
Yes, that's right. Well, that's a film that's coming out in October. Yeah. It's a reimagining of the Bronte story by Francis O'Connor, who directed it.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Emily.
Emily, it's called. It's quite beautiful,
Drama. Who are you playing?
I'm playing the father, because the father was from County Down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there's always an Irish connection, isn't there? You know, where literature is concerned.
The law.
You know, William O. Shakespeare and all that.
William O. Shakespeare.
So I play the father, but it's a very beautiful, really interesting imagining, and Francis has done an incredible job. Wonderful cast, you know. So that was really lovely.
That? When will we see the film?
14th October, that's out.
October, yeah. That's coming out in October. I think people are going to really love it.
Adrian, it's so lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and Ridley starts this Sunday. So
this Sunday.
Drama to look
Sunday night drama's back.
Sunday night drama is back.
Thank you very much.
You take care.
Thank you.
See you very soon.